So just got out of Good Fortune. Saw the trailers a couple of times, and then forgot about this movie for a little while. And then as it started getting advertised a little bit more often, it put it back on my radar. It's been a while since we've had a decent R-rated comedy. They don't exist much anymore. And when they do, they usually get dumped straight to streaming. Straight to streaming, if you want to pronounce it correctly. I enjoyed it. It's not the greatest movie I've ever seen, but it reminded me, it had the same kind of heart, I feel, that some of the old Judd Apatow movies had, like 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, things like that, where those movies are hilarious, yes, but there's also this dramatic undertone as well. And this movie played with that pretty well. At first, I thought I was going to have some problem with the pacing of it, because it seemed like it took a little while for me to really start having some laughs. But once I did, they didn't stop after that. But then I thought about the steps it took us to get here, and I realized that the problem is not the pacing. We were just setting up these characters so you actually give a shit about who you're watching. So happy to see Keanu Reeves do what he did. He's just so, like, he's not a great actor. We all know that. He's very wooden, he's one tone, but it works for him. From Speed to Bill and Ted to John Wick, everything. And this is no exception. It's good stuff. Good to see him doing comedy, and it's good to see that he's the kind of guy who doesn't take himself too seriously. Just shots of him standing on the top of a building, like watching what's going on. For some reason, just him standing there is hilarious. I can't explain why, but every time I giggled. Seth Rogen, sometimes to me, can come off as annoying, especially in some of the recent years that I've seen him, but I really enjoyed him in this. I thought he did really well. And I'm a fuck up his name, but Aziz Ansari, I believe is his last name. He was great too. Not as familiar with a lot of his stuff, but I've enjoyed most of what I've seen him in. So the three of them playing off each other was great. If you're in the mood for a good laugh, check it out. It's a good time. If you want to wait to streaming, you can. It's not necessarily the kind of movie that begs to be seen in the theater, but sitting in a crowded room, listening to a whole bunch of other people laugh is pretty nice. Because we don't get a lot of comedies. Like, I know I went and saw Naked Gun when that came out, and that was hilarious. That was a good time. But comedies just haven't really been very present in the theaters lately. So I'm going to take advantage of every time that one shows up that I do want to see, and I'm going to come on out and see it. So, yeah. Good Fortune, good movie. Check it out.